Hi friends, I'm Pastor Diana. Welcome to a daily devotion. I'm so glad you've chosen to pause in the midst of a busy day to spend some time with God and to reflect upon some scripture with me. This week we are exploring the theme of love does and how God's love is a verb and how we are supposed to live that love out too. Not just in our feelings, but in what we do every day. And you know, one of the things that I think about when I think about love is that love is about a relationship, you know? Love is about more than just one person. It's about multiple people. It's about multiple things. And that's the case with God's love, that God's love is not just for one person, it's for everybody. And when that love is expanded to more and more people, then we are able to live that love out in big and powerful ways. So I want to read to you a scripture which you might be like, what does this have to do with love? But listen to my connection. It comes from the book of Exodus, chapter 7, verses 1 to 6. And Moses has received the call from God to go and to free his people. But he doesn't think he can quite do it by himself. And so he gets Aaron to help too. And so this is what God says to Moses. The Lord said to Moses, "See, I have made you like God to Pharaoh, and your brother Aaron will be your prophet. You will say everything that I command you, and your brother Aaron will tell Pharaoh to let the Israelites out of his land. But I'll make Pharaoh stubborn, and I'll perform many of my signs and amazing acts in the land of Egypt. When Pharaoh refuses to listen to you, then I will act against Egypt, and I will bring my people, the Israelites, out of the land of Egypt in military formation by momentous events of justice. The Egyptians will come to know that I am the Lord when I act against Egypt and bring the Israelites out from among them." Moses and Aaron did just as the Lord commanded them. I think the thing that's wonderful is one of the things we often forget in the Moses story is that Moses didn't do it by himself. In fact, he got into trouble when he tried to do it by himself. Instead, Moses needed more people. He needed Aaron to speak for him, to be his prophet. And it was the two of them working together who were able to show God's love both to the people who were ready to receive it, the Israelites, and then the people who were questioning it too. And so when they worked together, they were able to go show God's love in many powerful ways. And the same is true for us. You and I are just individuals, and there are many things that we can't do alone. But when we work together, that's when our love, God's love, working through us becomes so much more powerful. One of our partner agencies, the Week of Compassion, the Disciples Recovery and Disaster Relief Program, they tell the story about a school in Haiti that was destroyed during Hurricane Matthew, if you can remember that. And for a long time, the kids went to school just under canopies, just under tarps, and that's where their school was. But it was when the community of Cassavon came together, it was when they were able to come together and working with Week of Compassion and other partners that they were able to get the supplies and build a new school. God's love is so much bigger than just you or me. But God's love grows bigger when we work together, when we do things together. That is when God's love does big things in the world. So consider today, how can you work with someone else or many other people to share God's love in the world? In the link, you'll find some information about Week of Compassion. Maybe that is one way that you can be one part of helping to share God's love in the world. Maybe it is working through Florence Christian Church. Whether you're around here or in the community or not, go check out our website at florencechristian.org. Click on the Ministries tab and see the many ways that you can get involved to help share God's love with others. For now, it can be as simple as subscribing to our YouTube channel, leaving a comment to help feed the YouTube algorithms. Give us a like, share this with someone else. Help us work together to show how God's love is so big in the world. And remember, go out and do God's love today. Have a blessed day.